How's it going, everybody? My name is Brandon, and I'm here today to talk to you about death metal. Now, my last couple videos where I did sort of lists, felt like I was kind of piggybacking on other people's ideas. I did my, top records that got me into death metal. I did my top selling records on Discogs. Both of those, not my idea. So I wanted to come up with something of my own. And I came up with the idea to do a video for my top death metal records post the year 2000. When I started compiling this list, I initially wanted to do a top 10, quickly realized that was not going to happen. No way. So it turned into a top 20, and then top 20 turned into top 30. I thought, top 30, that video is going to be a fucking hour long. So I'm going to do this video in two parts. The first part, this video, is going to be for classic bands, best releases past the year 2000. So you're going to see a lot of the names that you already know. Part 2 is going to be separate video, and it's going to be focusing more on names that you might not know. Most of those releases from 2005 on, but still from the year 2000 on. So it was easy for me to separate this list from the classic bands and then the newer stuff. In no order, let's just get started right away here. Asphyx, Deathhammer. When I said no order, I meant I didn't rank them in terms of, which one I think is the best. They're just in alphabetical order. So Asphyx, Deathhammer, came out in 2012. My copy came on a lovely red marbled vinyl. Asphyx, you should know. You should know all of these bands, honestly. Martin Van Drunen. This came right after Death the Brutal Way, which was their return record. And, the title track, Kneel, you dogs. This is true death metal, you bastards. I fucking love this album. Some of their finest work, honestly, and it just so happened that it came out after the year 2000. So, next up, Bolt Thrower. Those Once Loyal. This is a Gatefold reissue. 2007, this would be Bolt Thrower's final record. At First Light, Entrenched, the fucking Kill Chain. Holy shit. I read once that Carl Willett said that he didn't want to put out a Bolt Thrower record unless it was going to be better than their last. And he felt that this one, at the time, could not be topped. And we might never know that. I mean, there's the new Memoriam album out, but pretty good record as far as Bolt Thrower's discography goes, so I'll just have to take him at his word for that. And then I'm just looking down at the dates of these just so I can get them right. I can't remember all of them. Carcass, Surgical Steel, 2013. This is my favorite record of 2013 and a mighty return for Carcass. This is the special edition Decibel Magazine picture disc edition. Band photo on the back, cover art on the front, and it came with a signed postcard. The members of Carcass. Like I said, triumphant return for Carcass. This is definitely more in the vein of Heartwork than it is, their super early grind stuff, but still a fucking nasty record. I loved this record when it first came out, still love it. Glad to see Carcass back. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Next up here, you had to know that this band was going to be on this list if I was making it. Cannibal Corpse, Evisceration Plague. This is the first press, just black vinyl. But, yeah. Absolutely no way I was going to leave Cannibal Corpse off this list. It was just a matter of which record I was going to choose. And Evisceration Plague, my second favorite Cannibal Corpse record, right behind The Bleeding. I know that it's probably not a horribly popular opinion, but some Cannibal Corpse records, as much as I love them, I think start to tail off towards the second half of the record. This one does not. Every song on here is insane. Priest of Sodom, Cauldron of Hates, the title track, one of my favorite Cannibal Corpse songs. Shatter Their Bones, Unnatural. This record is fucking flawless, in my opinion. And Cannibal Corpse is just one of those bands where they're like a staple of consistency. I don't think they've released a single bad album. Of course, that's just my opinion. This whole video is opinion-based. So, oh well. 2001. Deicide, In Torment and Hell. I don't understand why people don't like this album. Maybe because of the production, maybe just because it's not Legion or they're self-titled, but I love this album. Glenn Benton sounds monstrous on this. The song Worry in the House of Thieves, the opening lyrics, I hate you more than any word can describe. Jesus. Wish you were dead. And I will pray till you die, or something like that. I don't know. Love this record. In Torment and Hell. Deicide. Listen to it if you haven't. Some of Deicide's best stuff after the year 2000. Another one from 2001. Gorguts, From Wisdom to Hate. This is a reissue. Red colored vinyl. This, I think, is really the album that Gorguts really pushed up the technicality meter. And this one definitely inspired a lot of those technical death metal bands that started sprouting up in the mid-2000s and still today. This record, if you listen to it, you can hear, oh yeah, that's what that shitty tech death band is trying to do. But Gorguts did it first, and Gorguts did it better. Alrighty. Moving on. This one from the year 2000. Immolation, Close to a World Below. I considered excluding albums from the year 2000, but I said, there's a couple that I really like. Immolation's first album, Dawn of Possession, came out in like 1991, so this definitely is one of those classic bands. And this, although it's like their fourth album, I think, it's still a post-2000 death metal album. And many might consider this their best. You know, if you ask most people, you'll either hear Dawn of Possession from Failures for Gods or Close to a World Below. So, absolutely, gotta have Immolation on this. And then another one from the year 2000. Morbid Angel, Gateways to Annihilation. A record that I find to be highly underrated. Doesn't have David Vincent on it. Steve Tucker is on bass and vocals, but this record is fucking incredible, man. Don't know what it is about it. I love how strong the musicality on here is, the lyrics, everything about this record, man. Such a great album. Morbid Angel, Gateways to Annihilation, from the year 2000. So some of these are a little more recent than others, some of them aren't. Obituary, Frozen in Time, the year 2005. God damn, this is just a really solid Obituary record. My favorite of theirs after probably The End Complete. Opens with Redneck Stomp, classic instrumental track from Obituary. On the Floor, Back Inside, Slow Death. Really, really great tracks on here. Not the most popular Obituary album, but for 2005, when a lot of death metal bands were either packing it in or there was just some really mediocre shit coming out, Obituary was still doing it. 2009 here, Suffocation, Blood Oath. Bought this one the day it came out. I was going to school in New York City, and there was a Best Buy right by my school. Saw this there. I had to pick it up. The first track, Blood Oath, title track, amazing. Dismal Dream. And then they re-recorded Marital Decimation from Breeding the Spawn. For all of you that know, the recording quality, the production on Breeding the Spawn sucks ass. So they've been slowly but surely kind of re-recording these tracks, and one of them appeared on Blood Oath. So from 2009, I think that's one of the better, post-2000 death metal albums from these classic bands. And then last, certainly not least, Vital Remains, Dechristianize, from the year 2003. Just black vinyl for this one. Glenn Benton from Deicide, who I previously mentioned. Vocals on this record. Nice gatefold, double LP. Opening with Let the Killing Begin. You have that kind of instrumental, and then right into Dechristianize, Infidel, At War with God. Amazing stuff on here. This is seriously blasphemous fucking death metal. So that was it. That was the top 10 that I had from the classic bands that everyone knows. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is everyone talks about the classic stuff. Not too many talk about the stuff that came after. So that was kind of the point of this video. And a couple more that I considered including, but I didn't really feel they were as classic, or most of their material came after the year 2000 anyways. Dying Fetus, Destroy the Opposition, came out in the year 2000. That one I consider putting on here. Nile, Annihilation of the Wicked, 2005. But again, most of their material came out after the year 2000 anyways. And then same thing with Amon Amarth, Versus the World in 2002. And then Fate of Norns in 2004. Both of those got consideration for this list. But they didn't make it. Oh well. Still got an honorable mention. Part 2 of this video I will be doing very soon. Just waiting on a couple things to arrive. But I hope you liked this. And if you like the idea for this video, participate. I would love to see some other people try this out. Because like I've said before, as much as I love talking about death metal, I love hearing about it just as much. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that. And until the next video, take care.